Leo, hello my darlings, how are you? Welcome to your reading for the week of the 21st of June 2022. I do hope this reading finds you well. I'm going to be calling on a card, first of all from the Chakra Insight Oracle deck. This will give us a bit of a vibe, bit of an overview, potentially an area or a particular chakra that maybe might be a bit of a theme or something we can concentrate on for the week. But Leo, you're not talking to me just yet. You're not going to be shy, Leo. You're never shy. Come on, Leo. Thank you. All right. Leo, what we have out is the connection card. The words on this card before I hold it up are universal oneness, love, interconnection, and support. Okay. So this might be a bit of a focus for you, Leo. You might be looking at your support networks, your connections that you have around us this week. Let's just see what else unfolds. I'm also going to take a card or two from the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, again, just to give us that overall theme. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right, so we have the Ten of Swords, okay, difficult energy. That's kind of, I'm a Leo, all right, and this is kind of how my back feels at the moment. It feels like I've got about 10 swords in it. I don't know if you guys are picking up on any energy in terms of energetics in the atmosphere at the moment or in the world, whatever it is, however you'd like to say it. But we also have this Nine of Cups, okay? So this is also wish fulfillment, you know, dreams come true, feeling in a really, really good space. So I don't want to preempt anything, but what I'm already kind of feeling is obviously with this connection card, with this Ten of Swords, this is an ending. It can be a painful ending, but potentially the feeling I'm getting is with connection and with this ending, it may well lead you into that Nine of Cup energy. So I'll move straight on into the main part of the layout of the reading, and I am using the Tarot of Curious Creatures by Chris Anne. The first card out is the Three of Pentacles. Okay. Now just bear with me, I just need to get some guidance on that. No, I'm getting told none of those. Thank you, guides. So I have called in my guardians, guides, angels, and ancestors who love me unconditionally and are of the highest vibration. I do invite you to do the same if you are drawn to do so. You don't have to, but it may help you to connect in with the energies a little bit more. High Priestess is the next card out. We have the Knight of Swords after that. As I said, if you do want to tap in, that's fine. If you don't, that's also fine. You will be divinely protected throughout this reading regardless. Okay. Thank you, guides. Next card out is the World card. A bit messy shuffling today, Leo. It's not me, it might be the energy. Might be that Five of Swords energy. A little bit difficult, a little bit uncomfortable. Thank you. King of Wands. Is that you, my Leo? Is that you sitting powerfully, comfortably on your throne, full of passion, full of love, adventure, bravery? Okay, we are just looking for 3 more cards. Thank you, guides. Three more cards for my beautiful Leo friends. The Chariot is out next, my darlings. The Chariot. And the final card on the outside of the box here is going to represent a card for our career. All right, Nine of Pentacles. And just a final card. It's going to sit with these other cards on the outside of the box here. And this is our message from the universe. All right. Leo, pretty sure you got a really nice reading last week. And this is also a nice reading. That message from the universe, that final card, is the Wheel of Fortune. So, my darlings, are your fortunes changing? I can absolutely say, at first glance, I would say yes, okay? Fortunes are changing for the better. You're moving into this position of the Nine of Cups. You're moving into this position of wish fulfillment, dreams coming true, you know, receiving reward for your hard efforts. That's mirrored and confirmed here by the World card. So this is accomplishments, achievements, you know, completion of cycles. Again, completion of cycles. You've got the Ten of Swords here. It's an uncomfortable ending to this cycle, but it's an ending nonetheless. And with an end comes a new beginning. Both of these are endings. With these endings come new beginnings. All right. The other thing we've got going on, Leo, is we've got quite a lot of green energy here through this middle section, which tells me that there's, and obviously this card here, this connection card again, is in that green heart chakra space. So there is really this invitation to open up that heart space and connect in to that sense of peace, that sense of love and connection to others and to your environment, to the world around you. So I think this is quite important for you this week, is that sense of connection, that sense of opening up the heart chakra. This Nine of Cups, you know, that's like a blissful heart space to be sitting in. So that's a really lovely energy for you this week. You've also got 4 major arcana: Wheel of Fortune, High Priestess, the World, and the Chariot. So you've got the 4 major arcana, but you've got some other really strong cards there as well. So you've got a Knight, you've got a King, you've got 2 nines, which again are towards their peak, their pinnacle. So very strong energy, strong cards. I think really the only, you know, and some people would see this Ten of Swords as a negative card in air quotes. I don't know. I've been doing air quotes this week, but anyway, apologies. Some people see this Ten of Swords as a bad card. Okay, I don't see it that way. It is unpleasant, and yeah, it may feel very uncomfortable to have 10 swords sticking out of your back, but one of my favourite readers, Minnow Pond, says this guy here is dead and you can't get much deader than dead. So it's a true ending. It's a true, it's a true completion of a cycle. And as I said before, that end of the cycle brings a new beginning. It's almost like I want to see a Fool card here, but there is no Fool card. But it's kind of got that sense, because, you know, the Fool starts off at card 0, the Fool, and ends up at the World. So you've gone all the way through, and after the World, you become the Fool again. It's just a different journey. Okay. So the only other difficult card there really is this 5 of Swords. So there may be some potential conflict that may come up for you this week. This is interesting. It's sitting in the position of your inspirations this week. So it's not a great fit with the rest of the layout with and in that position. I think probably the best thing I could suggest is, if you're in a position of conflict this week, kind of pick your battles. You know, it's sitting here next to this King of Wand. And what I want to say is this King of Wand wouldn't stoop as low as to kind of get involved in a battle that is kind of not really even worth fighting. So if something comes up that, you know, that could be a potential conflict, take that position of graceful strength and say, do you know what? I'm not going to get involved. I'm the King of Wands, you know, I'm bigger than this. That's that sense of that card there. Look, I will start at the top. We'll work our way around, see if any other messages are coming out. But really, to me, it does seem like it's really, so far, it's all about that heart chakra. It's about endings, new beginnings, wish fulfillment. But let's dive in and see what else we've got going on. This first card out in the position of your week as a whole is the Three of Pentacles. So this could be some sort of collaboration that you have got going, or that you're thinking of getting going in terms of maybe it could be a new business, or a some sort of new venture that you've undertaken. And to me, it says that you might be doing it with some like-minded people. And again, we're sitting next to that connection card. So that's you're no longer looking at the world and thinking, I have to do this all on my own. You're now at the point where you are saying, okay, I'm going to draw on this connection. You know, all of these cutouts there, they're all holding hands, and they're all connected. And really, I think that's the message for us this week, is that we are all connected to everything all around us. We're connected to the stranger on the street. We're connected to the leaf on the tree. We're connected to absolutely everything. And we must remember that we have that connection. We also, my friends, have this connection to our guides, to our intuition, to our higher wisdom, to our higher knowledge. This is in the position of what may come in as a surprise, or might be unexpected for you this week. So you might be the type of person that, maybe dabbles in some meditation, or even if you do it with more gusto and enthusiasm, you might actually be surprised with the clearness of the messages that are coming through this week. You might be also, it's the solstice this week, so depending on where you live in the world, the days will start to get shorter or longer. So, there may also be like a thinning of the veil around the solstice time as well. So you may be more connected to the other side, if that makes sense. You may be connected into that intuitive wisdom this week, okay? The next card out and how we can stay grounded and focused this week is the Knight of Swords. Interesting position. I think I'm really drawn to look at the Chariot, which is sitting on the opposite corner here. And this is in the position of your relationships. I feel like what we're being asked here with both of these cards is just watch your control this week. So in terms of focusing on something, watch your control, because the Knight of Swords can sometimes go too quickly, can sometimes make rash decisions. And similar to the Chariot, the Chariot's kind of going really, really quickly. But the Chariot is it's still more controlled. There's more of a direction attached to the Chariot, okay? The Chariot knows where he's going. He knows the path. He knows how long it's going to take him. He knows, which route he's going to take to get there. So I feel like that's a nice relationship going on there, in terms of, okay, be the Knight of Swords, charge forward with this new adventure, whatever it is that you're wanting to charge forward into. And even if it's the knight in shining armor, that that may well be an energy that you're embracing this week. But just try and temper it a little bit with this idea of control and having a bit more control. Like maybe just pull the reins up a bit on this Knight of Swords and slowing down a little bit, and just take that control a little bit more into your own hands. So I did touch on the world earlier. So as I said, this is about achievements, accomplishments. You're reaching a goal. Even this guy here, like I've talked about meditation earlier. So it might even be that, you're just sitting in a space where you feel like the world is at your fingertips, and, it's yours for, I don't want to say yours for the taking, because that sounds like a selfish thing, but it's almost like you're in control of your own world. You know, you're the master of your own destiny. You know, you've worked hard to get to this point. So it's almost like a celebration that that's where you've got to. It is sitting in the position of your emotions this week. So it's very likely that you'll be feeling very, you know, very centered, very accomplished, very even this week. And, you know, again, I want to pull that back into the High Priestess just because of that meditative state on that fox's face. You know, it might be that this week you're feeling very peaceful, very calm, and that's where you might draw in this High Priestess energy, this intuitive knowledge and wisdom that comes through as well. Okay, the Five of Swords we did speak about earlier in terms of your inspirations. I'll just remind you, I did just say if some conflict comes up, to try and take that position of the King of Wands. Don't lower yourself into any pettiness or any fights that really are really not worth it, okay? You're bigger than that. So this King of Wands is in the position of how we can best support ourselves. Leo, I want to say there's not really much you need to do other than be yourself. So be that strong, brave, bold, courageous leader, you know, someone who's capable and strong, somebody who people admire. Just be your natural self this week, you know, because that's really the way you conduct yourself in the world really is an inspiration to people who are watching from a distance. So I think that's probably the best way to support yourself this week, Leo, is just be yourself, okay? As I said earlier, we did touch on the Chariot. This is in terms of your relationships. So it might be that you're taking more of a controlling position in terms of your relationships. You might be deciding maybe what relationships progress into other things. Maybe there might even be some relationships that fall away. The last card we have is the Nine of Pentacles. This is sitting in the position of your career. So you might be feeling really good in terms of your career or whatever it is that you do day in, day out for, you know, I guess the majority of your time. So you're feeling confident. You're feeling like you could do it on your own. You know, I often say with the Nine of Pentacles, just be mindful of that I can do it on my own kind of mindset, because, you know, I've been there, I know that. And sometimes if we sit in that position of I can do it on my own, I don't need any help, look at all the things that I can achieve on my own, I'm strong, I'm confident, I'm effective, you know, all of these kind of strong words, you know, but are you untouchable? You know, this King of Wands here is a little bit untouchable. This Nine of Pentacles is a little bit untouchable. And the thing that maybe she's missing is that connection, you know, is that extra cup, is that taking that extra cup and turning it into the 10 of Cups, you know, having that, I guess, that happy ever after type of thing. So just be mindful of being too strong, too independent in that Nine of Pentacles. But absolutely in the position of career, it's telling me that you really are bossing it up in terms of your career, okay? You're sitting here as well with that King of Wands. So, and again, opposite the World card, you may have received some sort of acknowledgement or some sort of accolade, some sort of reward for hard work in terms of your career there. I did briefly talk about that Wheel of Fortune, this message from the universe. I will just mention too with this Wheel of Fortune, so obviously it's looking like fortunes are changing for you. The wheel is turning. And often with the Wheel of Fortune, you know, we see somebody is up the top of the wheel. And, you know, sometimes if it's upside down, you know, then the message is reversed. But this particular Wheel of Fortune has this gorgeous creature on the inside of the wheel. And really what it's highlighting is that regardless of what's going on around you, if you can center yourself and place yourself in the middle of that wheel, you can have all this chaos going on all around you and you can be unaffected by it. You can be removed from it. You can kind of just watch it happening all around you and without getting you know, drawn into any dramas, without getting drawn into any conflict. And yeah, like being in the eye of a storm or in the eye of a tornado, you know, it's very still and peaceful and quiet and calm. So if there's a little bit of an extra message in that for you, Leo, yeah, I just feel like that may be a message for someone. If there's some chaos going on around you, I feel like that may just be a little bit of an extra message for you. All right, my darling Leos. Pretty darn good reading. I'm pretty happy with that. Again, you know, I love seeing a good Leo reading. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please like, share and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you next week. All right, my darlings. Bye-bye.